Have you ever had a recall on a vehicle? Has Uber and Lyft allowed you to continue driving? One group says they shouldn't have. Let's talk about it. Welcome everyone, Mark here from UberHints. Before we start, if you're not already subscribed, please click my face down there in the corner to subscribe and ring that bell icon so you know when I post new videos. You know what time it is? It's Joe time. And today we are going to talk about recalls, safety on the road, and should Uber and Lyft take greater steps than they are right now. This article comes to us from a website called The Truth About Cars, and the headline reads, Center for Auto Safety asks Uber Lyft to stop using recalled cars. Powerful demand. Let's get into it. Last week, the Center for Auto Safety announced it had reached out to America's ride-hailing giants to encourage them to stop allowing drivers to use vehicles under active recalls. The group's release references a Consumer Reports study from this spring that alleged 1 in 6 automobiles commissioned by Uber and Lyft had unresolved defects in the New York City and Seattle areas. Okay, first of all, it could just be that those miscreants in New York City and Seattle are irresponsible and they don't take care of their vehicles. I'm just saying, it's a possibility. Also, all recalls, in theory, are recalls for safety reasons. It does not mean that they have do not drive designations on them. Okay, so let's continue. Unrepaired recalled vehicles are dangerous and can kill or injure drivers, passengers, bikers, or pedestrians. This is the Quotable Quote. They go on talking about the airbag inflators and some of the highly publicized recalls that we have seen in years. The Center for Auto Safety goes after so-called technology companies. I like that they say so-called technology companies. Now, granted, I don't like them sneaking in editorials. However, I kind of agree with them. Uber wants to call themselves a technology company. They're a rideshare company. Come on. So it says it comes after them pretty hard by suggesting they could easily afford to ensure their vehicles are safe, having already convinced Wall Street their organizations are worth billions of dollars. THEIR, by the way, their organizations. Just thought I'd point that out. The group then urges readers to sign a petition. Anytime something is petition driven, I don't know, I think it starts to lack credibility, because it shows that there is an agenda, there's a movement beyond just trying to get out information. So, while a step in the right direction, and they're talking about Uber says that it's blocking vehicles with do not drive notices, while a step in the right direction, this action is inadequate because it does nothing about the vast majority of recalled cars that do not receive a do not drive designation. I'm going to talk about this and what it means to you in just a moment. Uber can stop the use of cars with open safety recalls on its platform at the proverbial push of a button. Sure, they could. They can say, bam, your car, they know what our cars are. Your car has received a recall. You're off. You're done. You cannot use the app. They could stop me this instant from driving. If they said my 2013 Toyota Venza has an active recall, ban me from the app. I have to agree with them on that one. Uber claims to be a sophisticated technology company. Boy, now they're digging into their heart and pulling it right out. Here's what you claim to do, Uber. So prove it. Step up to the plate is essentially what they're saying. This is a challenge, isn't it? But so far, your companies refuse to use easy-to-access technology to decrease the danger of unrepaired recalls to your customers and drivers. At a minimum, Uber should give its customers a choice of whether to ride in a recalled vehicle at the time a driver is assigned. Pretty interesting. I think it's not unreasonable. Mark is picking you up. By the way, his car has an unresolved recall. Do you still want to take this ride? Now, here's the problem I have. A lot of times, all vehicles do not have this do not drive designation, right? And we have to be allowed time to get our car in. Or maybe we make the appointment, it's next Tuesday. What, I'm not supposed to drive because I have a rear view mirror issue? The reason I picked that is I once had a rear view mirror issue. They said, oh, the mirrors can get sloppy, they can fall off or drop or something. All right, I've driven in cars that didn't even have, they were not originally equipped with rear view mirrors. I'm specifically thinking I once owned a 1957 Chevy. Didn't have an exterior rear view mirror. It had the one above the dashboard, you know. And I'm thinking, really, for something like that, it's a recall. And you could argue it's safety, but it doesn't make the car really undrivable. I still can see the rearview mirror. I can still turn around and check cars behind me. I have to be a little more vigilant. But I don't want them now saying, because I have a recall on a rearview mirror and it's going to take me 2 weeks to get in to the shop, I don't want them either warning passengers this is an unsafe vehicle, because I question that. You know, it's marginally unsafe. And I don't want them taking me off the platform and prohibiting my ability to earn an income because of a minor recall. And I think there are such things as minor recalls. That's why I gave that example. I didn't make it up. It's true. It's unclear what action the advocacy group plans to take if the ride-hailing firms don't give it the response it wants. They can't force them. As for its demands, it urged them to utilize the NHTSA safetycar.gov site to check VINs, vehicle identification numbers, without providing an ultimatum. But whatever power it manages to wield, it will likely be dictated by the amount of support it can garner via the petition. I don't know. If you weren't watching this channel, would you know about this? You know, I don't think they're going to garner much support by the petition, but they'll claim they will. I like to go to my little study of 150 people. If they get 150 to sign up, they'll run with it. You know that. But I'd like to know what you think. At what point, if any, should Uber and Lyft ban you from driving your car based on a recall? Should it just be with a do not drive notice? Should it be any recall? Should they give a heads up to riders? What do you think? A lot of information here. I'd love to hear your comments down below. As always, I encourage you to like and share the videos. If you're not already subscribed, please click my face to subscribe and ring that bell icon so you know when I post new videos. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'm Mark with UberHints. You can go. We're done.